Hello again. This is the chatbot builder for Chatwoot. This is just a demo on how sequential data collection with forms on text-based chatbots or inboxes in Chatwoot work. So a couple of them, it's just WhatsApp, Facebook, and Telegram. They don't have interactive cards or interactive messages like the website widget that if you go, you have nice menu conversations like the one shown here. So you have input selections where you can choose there, and then you get just a form, which is nice because you can just simply collect data there. So to overcome that situation with Facebook, in Facebook you can actually send predefined or pre-built templates from Meta, but again that requires some other layer on top. So it's just nice to have a form, and then as soon as you create an inbox in our chatbot builder, you can add the type of form um, data collection here. So that field is going to be added there. I'm just going to remove it because I have one already, and we'll take a look at that. Um, so ours is actually consultation, as you can see here. It's just consultation. It requests a name, then it's going to collect the email address. Next, it's going to prompt the user to choose an option. So this is a select, like if you have a form, but instead of just presenting a form, it's going to ask it just sequentially. And ultimately, just some add a comment question, right? So if the client has a comment to add, and that's pretty much it. Pretty easy to add. So if you need more options, you can just add a field here or add an option. So add an option if it's an option to the select field here, and then you can add a new option. Um, I'll remove it for now, and then we'll come back here later. But let's do a demo. So I've already closed any requests here, so I'll say hello. That's our um, chatbot, and you can see this is giving us a greeting message. If we go back, we can see where the greeting message is. So this is the hey, see our menu options, and I'll expand this. See our menu options below, and if you still need a type, need help, type agent or human. So those are the triggering words. We can take a look at the handoff triggering words in this section. So you can specify as many as you want, but try to keep it short and concise with just fewer options. Otherwise, anything you type in the menu options responses or questions will kind of cross reference each other, and then that can create just a confusion and trigger the handoff. So going back to that, what's up, the message, and then we've received the message in there, and we can just request the first option. So we can take a look. Chatbot builder. Chatbot builder is just the first one. So this solution providing responses, and there you go. Gives us just a URL you can visit and get started with Chatbot builder. That's it. Pretty simple. So if you want to see the menu again, you can type menu, or that's just if you want to avoid getting the message saying that option isn't available, which it's somewhere in there. Right. So let's say I say, hey, because I couldn't remember what the option was. So it's just going to say that option isn't available. Please reply with the number and so on. So we can, again, type number 3, open source. That's going to give us a quick response. And you see, all right, so with over 15 years off, that should say off, not or. So we can maybe just fix that. As you can see, that's right there. So off, and we'll save changes. That's a good catch. Just doing some testing here, and we'll say hey again. That'll give us a menu option because we've forgotten. So all right, and we set open source. So open source 3, but now that says will help you find. Yeah, no, I actually typed 2. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, 2. So number 2. Um, let's do that. Menu, and then workspace. So it's option number 2. Option number 2, and we get with over 15 years of experience in Google Workspace, we can help in a variety of ways and so on. So you can see we've just quickly fixed a typo that would have taken I don't know how many days for a developer team just to get a ticket submitted, then transfer that, deploy that into production or into testing first and then production and so on. If it's like a development cycle properly established. So quickly we got that fixed, and we can say menu again. I've got all the options here, and yeah, we'll take a look at the form. So we've seen the form already. So consultation, that's option 6, and this should just prompt us with please share a few details. So that's asking us for um, let's say John, and it's gonna jump and ask for all right. So email John at email.com. And yeah, so app deployment, Google Workspace integration, solution architecture, all. Of course, let's just choose the 3 and just leave a comment with someone. It's not gonna respond with a scheduling link or anything at the moment, although you could do that, just trigger based on responses. That can be done in Chatwoot at that point, or we can build that into the chatbot later on. But yeah, so pretty simple. And it says, thanks, we got your details and we will follow up shortly. You can change that message in here. So thank you. And that's the form completion message. This is the form introduction message if you want to tailor it to your needs. And yeah, so we've collected that. If you go to Chatwood, you can see this is the conversation we've been having, and it even summarized the conversation and the form data collection in a nice private note for the agent who's looking at this conversation later on. Right now, it's just being handled by a chatbot. So you can see you are responding to a conversation which is currently handled by an assistant or a chatbot or a bot. So it's letting you know this hasn't been assigned. So it's under the unassigned queue or pending queue. If you wanted to talk to somebody and you just want to hop off on a call or get assisted quicker, you have provided the information that the agent would probably need just to get things going. So you can say agent, or a visitor is just going to say agent. So this is automatically assigning the conversation to the next available representative for that particular inbox. So you can see that has been assigned automatically, and you've just delegated this conversation to someone else. So that's up to the agent to take care of the situation, either just resolving an issue, closing a sale, or attending just a customer service inquiry if it hasn't been resolved by just a visitor looking at the menu options you've provided, where you can just list FAQs and product options, services, and other items. Um, so it's pretty neat, pretty handy. As you see, it's quickly done, and you can just edit on the fly. It takes no time to deploy and takes no time to just improve your customer service and handling.